I'm always delighted to be with Saul News. This has been such a leader in the conservative movement and the Republican Party.
Welcome to the Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for August 7th, 2026. Just the news reports. Cash is king. Washington Republicans bankroll midterms as national Democrat coffers are in the red. On the heels of President Donald Trump's Tuesday fundraiser in Los Angeles, and with the November midterms less than 100 days away, Washington Republicans hold a commanding financial edge over Washington Democrats that could prove decisive in key races for control of Congress. The Republican National Committee reported more than $128 million in cash on hand at the end of June with no debt, while the Democratic National Committee had about $16 million in cash and roughly $18.5 million in debt, leaving it in the red. The disparity extends to other National Party committees and aligned super PACs, giving Republicans nearly double the cash of their Democratic counterparts overall, not counting additional resources from groups linked to Trump. Historically, the party or candidate able to spend more on advertising and get out the vote efforts tends to prevail. Analyses of congressional races show the higher spending campaign wins about 91% of the time, driven in part by the advantages of incumbency and the ability to saturate airwaves and mobilize voters. The Daily Signal reports, Save America Act is heading in a very favorable direction. Efforts to advance the Save America Act received a boost on Wednesday afternoon following what Senator Mike Lee described as a very productive Senate Republican meeting. Lee said discussions have moved in a very favorable direction. We're talking now much more about how best to do this, not whether to stay and work on the Save America Act, but what procedural vehicle to use in order to get this thing done, Lee said after the meeting. The procedural vehicle Lee referenced is the $95 billion House-passed budget resolution, a potential reconciliation package in which portions of the Save America Act could be included. The holdup is that the Senate must still add its own instructions to the House's budget resolution. Senate Majority Leader Thune has previously maintained that there are not enough votes to pass the Save America Act through regular Senate procedure. However, by using reconciliation, Republicans would need only 51 votes, not the 60 votes typically required to overcome a filibuster. Republican senators are urging Thune to keep the upper chamber in session until lawmakers pass voter identification and a proof of citizenship measure. And finally, Politico reports, Trump whips Senate votes for permanent daylight savings time. President Donald Trump pressured Republican senators to make daylight saving time permanent on Tuesday evening amid stalled progress in the chamber on one of the president's pet issues. The bill, which would end the biannual changing of the clocks observed in most states, passed the House in July despite protests from members of both parties. The president has dedicated significant personal attention lobbying for the bill and has claimed that the vast majority of Americans support such a change. The issue has found supporters in Florida lawmakers whose state chief money-making industries, tourism, recreation, restaurants, and golfing, stand to benefit from the change. But lawmakers from agriculture-heavy states have been wary of pushing back sunrise an hour later for farmers. That concludes your Saul's Newsstand News Rewind for August 7th, 2026. For more political news faster, visit saulsnews.com.